So, making that shit happen. How am I behind? I have no idea. But once again, it's me again. About to take this ride from Richmond, Indiana. And we heading towards Indianapolis. We got, let's see, 3 stores left. That's it, 3 stores. And we done for the day. But since I'm about to take this ride, I feel like talking about this because there's some guy on Kevin Samuel shit telling people to stop celebrating being single. I get what he's saying a little bit. He's like, stop celebrating being single. God wants you to be with somebody, and you're missing out on what we are all put here for, and we would all not be here if people didn't get with women and men, etc., etc. But the thing is this, y'all. You have to learn how to be happy single before you can actually be happy in a relationship. That is facts, man. You cannot be happy in a relationship unless you're happy single. You can't, man. I mean, yeah, there's certain things that, you know, you might be happier with when you're with somebody that you're not, when you're single and all this and all that, right? But let's be honest about it. Have y'all ever seen somebody, have you ever seen somebody be with somebody and that person do everything right, and that person still cheat, they still lie, they still do whatever? What do y'all think that is? Is it because, you know, the person did everything right and it just happened? Or is it something inside of that person that makes them want to cheat or something like that? Maybe it's a lack of happiness. Because if I'm happy within myself and I got a woman that's doing everything to make me happy, what the fuck do I need to go out and try to find happiness for in some new pussy? Ain't that what they do though? Why else is a man with a woman, a good woman at home, going out and fucking another woman? He's trying to find some type of thrill or happiness in new pussy. No way around it. Because why don't he just sleep with his girlfriend? A lot of women, they cheat for different reasons, right? And it's mainly something, well, I didn't have this in my relationship, or I think I'm missing out on that, right? And I'm not here to judge anybody that's cheating in this video, because my main topic in this video is going to be about being happy single. You're not supposed to sit around and be like, man, I'm single, I'm just so happy, or I'm so sad, I hate my life. You might be single for like 5 years or something. You're supposed to be sad for 5 years? So you're not allowed to celebrate not being cheated on and lied to and all them other things. You're not allowed to celebrate being in love with yourself and being happy with yourself. Don't you do it. I see you, but you better not. Got babysit these kids out here, even though he's an adult. But he says, this dude says, God this, God that, right? Without building a relationship with God first, what's going to happen in a relationship with somebody? We already know what's going to happen. You can say God this or God that, but I think God wants us to have a relationship with him first before going. Matter of fact, don't we got to go through God to get the right person? See, when people start telling y'all these things about you need companionship, you need don't be single, something's wrong with you. This is why people rush and get with the wrong people, man. Or they don't love themselves, or maybe they get with the right person and fuck it up because they don't have self-love, or they don't have appreciation, or they don't have enough knowledge to understand what makes relationships work and what makes them not work. A lot of times when somebody's single, they actually learn a lot more than being in a relationship about relationships. Because when you're in a relationship, you're just going with the flow. Like a boxer who is learning on a job, instead of a boxer who has been boxing all his life and then he gets in the ring, aka Wilder, Fury. Fury been learning all his life, Wilder basically learning on a job. Imagine if Wilder started what Fury did. It wouldn't even be close. Wilder would mop the floor with Fury. But the simple fact that Fury has so much more experience, you know what I mean, and so much more knowledge, that helps him propel even though they're even, he actually is, by him having more experience, him and Wilder's basically kind of even, but by him having that more experience, you know, it's just enough. It's just a little bit more to overtake the other guy. Because every time it gets down to that nitty gritty, you know what to do. And that's the same thing with the relationships. Some people are in relationships right now, they're not going to know what to do when it starts, when certain things happen. Like, no such thing as a perfect relationship or a perfect person. But my main thing is this, y'all. Y'all got to be happy. You got to find some reason to be happy without somebody, because you're not going to be happy if you're with somebody, just if you're not happy alone. In other words, some people say, if I had a girlfriend, I'd be happy, or a boyfriend, or if I had $1 million, I'd be happy. No, you wouldn't, because you're not happy now. If you're not happy without the $1 million or the girlfriend or boyfriend, you ain't gonna be happy then. You might be happy for a second, but that's it. That's it. Don't tell me nothing about God this, God that, when you have to go through God in the first place. A lot of people right now who are not single did not go through God to get the person. They did not build a relationship with God. They did not wait on God to give them the right person. All the red flags was there and they ignored them. They said, forget God, I ain't waiting on you. I'm going to do this. And they're going to get burned. I've been there. I've done it. Everybody's done it. Or maybe you rush a relationship from God. You rush and move in and all that, and it ruins it. You never know. You never know. But I do know this. It's okay to be happy single. I'm not even saying that single is better than being in a relationship. I've never said that. But to say that people should not be happy or celebrating their life single, I don't agree with that. What if they just got out of a fucked up relationship? Shit, they happy they single. Like, that motherfucker was lying, cheating, beating on me and everything. I'm happy I'm single. I don't even want to be with another woman or man right now. There's a lot of people that, everybody's different. Some people are not even in the position to be in a relationship with somebody else right now mentally. Some financially. All kind of shit. So I guess this guy wants y'all to believe that, you know, even though God knows your heart, your mind, and all that, and knows you're not ready for somebody right now, maybe, some of y'all, you know what I mean? He wants y'all to believe that you're supposed to be with somebody, and you shouldn't be happy unless you are, basically. He didn't say it like that, but that's kind of what it can lead people to think and make people feel. What if God didn't send you the right one yet? Then what? See, it still goes back to God. You know what I mean? And until God decides to put you with somebody, you have to be happy by yourself. And then you got people that might walk out on you. What about the people who cheat and do you wrong? If you're not happy by yourself, what's going to happen when you come across these people that do these things? You're going to stay with them. You know what I mean? Because you're scared to be alone. You can't be happy alone. This is why it's wrong to say people should not be happy single, basically. Or even celebrating. Because if you're getting cheated on and then you're single, I'm pretty sure you might be celebrating. You might not be celebrating like, damn, why did this happen? It's fucked up. But at the same time, it's like, damn, fuck it. It's good that happened. Fuck it. You could have dodged a bullet. I'm telling y'all, man, I understand if you want a relationship, yeah, fine, but it's got to be the right person. And the only way to do that is to really take your time. I'm not saying how much time, I don't know. But I know you got to take your time, and I also know you have to be happy alone. If you are not happy alone, anybody watching this, if you're not happy alone, you're not going to be happy with somebody. You might be for a second, but not forever. And the reason why some of y'all think being with somebody makes you happier than being by yourself is because you're truly not happy alone. That's why you think, well, if I was with somebody, I'd be so much happier. No, it shouldn't even be that way. You should already be that happy. That same happiness that you think you're going to get when you're with somebody, which you might get when you're with somebody, you should already have that within yourself. You should already be trying to find ways to make yourself happy already by default. If not, bad things can happen. Say a woman doesn't have self-happiness like that, and her boyfriend wants to play PlayStation 5 instead of being out in the streets, possibly going to jail or sleeping with other women. If that woman's not happy within, right, more than likely she's going to get mad because he's playing PlayStation 5. Now, we're not talking about a man that's neglecting his life and neglecting his family to play. We're just talking about a man that simply just wanted to play PlayStation. Some women out there don't want you to play at all, right? Because that woman needs I need your attention. I'm not happy unless you're paying attention to me. You see that? Now that man's not happy because you won't let him play a game in PlayStation. It's not going to work, man. It's just not. And then people who aren't happy with themselves always think you talking to somebody else. A lot of shit comes with that when you're not happy within yourself. Now, am I saying that you're going to be fucking on cloud nine because you're single? I don't know. You might be. Am I saying you should? I don't know. Maybe you should. But I know this, man. Tomorrow's not promised, man. And neither is being with somebody. Where does it say that you're promised to be with somebody from God? Show me that scripture. Or just in general. Show me in life where you're guaranteed to be with somebody. Where's it at? It ain't no guarantee. So you have to be happy yourself. You cannot wait. I'm going to wait on somebody to be happy. I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to wait on a woman to make me happy. It's stupid, man. You're not going to be happy. So what's the point? You can't even make her happy because you can't make yourself happy. How you going to make somebody else happy if you can't make yourself happy? Ask yourself this question. You can't. It's a job, man, because life is hard. So it's a job to find happiness. I ain't gonna lie, everybody gets it. Nobody's happy 24/7, and sometimes it could be a struggle to be happy in life. A lot of shit happens, but you gotta find ways to be happy. You have to find ways to be happy. It's mandatory. It ain't no option. Maybe I want to do it, or I'm gonna depend on other people to do it. Nah, depend on yourself. This is why a lot of people rush to get in another relationship as soon as they leave somebody else. They can't be happy alone, man, and then they end up with the wrong person, and they keep doing it as a repeated cycle over and over and over, because they don't want to sit alone by themselves for a little while and learn how to be happy themselves. And then not only do they learn how to be happy themselves, they also learn what they want in a woman or man, because they start to see what they want within theirself, from theirself as a woman or man. The more you see from yourself, this is what I want to be this, I want to be this great woman or whatever. You're going to see it in yourself and demand it in yourself, and you're going to see it in somebody else. A lot of people can't see who is a great woman or man. That's why they overlook a lot of great women and men, because they don't even see it in themselves yet. Furthermore, the foundation. If you don't have a relationship with God first, how the hell are you going to make a relationship work? It's not going to work. I'm not trying to preach, I'm not trying to be religious, but I do believe in a higher power, and I do not believe that any relationship will last without God as the foundation. I don't give a fuck what you do, how much you romance, and you do whatever you want, because the devil's always at the door trying to break y'all up, so he can use y'all to hurt each other and to hurt other people. So if you're single, I would be happy. I would try to find ways to be happy. You have to be. I wouldn't even worry about a relationship. I'm not saying don't be open to them, but like worrying about it every day, like, man, I need a woman, I need a man. That's crazy, man. Because what happens if you get one and then they decide to leave? You're going to be crushed. You're not going to be able to make it. You're not going to be able to maintain. You're going to be starving yourself. You're going to be ready to die and all this other shit. Some people actually kill themselves because they don't have that self-love, because they're not capable of being happy single. Literally kill themselves. I heard about your Uncle Ronnie too, I'm sorry. I had a friend kill himself over a chick that didn't want it. Y'all remember Stan, even though it might be fake, but that should be real. That should be real life, man. I even been there and done that shit before. But now I'm strong enough to understand, like, damn, it might hurt if a woman leave, but it ain't going to hurt. I love myself too much to, not try to be happy and things like that. And that's a result of developing self-love. If I didn't have that, I'd probably be suicidal or something, like, man, I'm not happy single, I'm this and I'm that. And a lot of times, a lot of people single are not happy because they're single. It's other shit in life. It's a lot of other shit that's going on that they haven't addressed within themselves. Has nothing to do with no woman or man. But they somehow think this woman or man is going to cover up all this other shit that I got going on in life that's making me feel depressed. And that's bullshit. They do the same thing with weed and drinks. A woman or man, it's the same thing. That's just a weed or drink to a lot of people. It's the same thing. Sex, whatever. And I'm not saying that you should be happy with if you want to drink or smoke or with a woman or man or sex or whatever. But it should not, you shouldn't allow that to determine whether you're happy or not. Happiness should just be within you. You should just feel good because you woke up today. You got so many things to be happy about. But then, when people look at shit that makes them unhappy, that's when they start to not be happy. Because they don't want to appreciate what they are happy over. You know what I mean? So when it comes to a single person, one of the main things they keep looking at is, I don't have a woman or man. But a lot of women and men have a woman or man and they're not happy. Or they're getting cheated on, or they're getting played. So at least as a single person, that ain't happening to you. Unless you're dealing with somebody, you know, and they playing you or something and you still single, maybe. But the point is, do not allow a woman or man to determine whether you're happy or not. And I'm not saying that as hating on somebody in a relationship, because if these people in a relationship don't understand this, their relationship's doomed anyway. It's not going to work. It's not going to last. But you, on the other hand, and if the person you dealing with is already happy single, they're going to have standards, shit like that. They're not going to just be with anybody. You know what I'm saying? They're going to understand relationships more, understand themselves more, because they spent a lot of time with themselves. It's a lot going on. There's a lot of benefits with this. God gets to deal with people a lot more when they're single sometimes, versus them always with somebody else, using that as a blanket, or sometimes even using that woman, looking at that woman as, or man as, their God. They might not literally say you're God, but they basically, that's how they feel about the person, basically. If y'all kind of get what I'm trying to say. Anyways, back to what I was saying. No hating on somebody that's in relationship, right? But it's very important if you're single to understand these things, because a lot of them relationships that are together, they're not going to last, like I said, because they're not developing what you should be developing right now as a single person. Because if you develop it and the person you get with develop it, y'all probably going to work. Y'all probably going to work because y'all not just depending on each other to make each other happy. See, I need help from the woman to make her happy, to keep her happy. I can't do it alone. It's impossible. It might work for a while, but it won't work forever. The woman needs my help to make me happy. She can't just make me happy alone. If this is the case, all these women that do everything right for a man, he still cheat, explain. Why does this still happen? I thought he was happy. Why'd he cheat then? Or whatever else he did. Why'd he leave or whatever? Same thing with y'all men. You do everything for a woman and she's still not happy. Explain why. I'm telling you why. Because they're not happy within themselves. They depend way too much on other people to make them happy. And it's always going to be short. It's always going to fall short. Always. Everybody needs help from their partner to make that person happy. That is facts. The only way that can happen is within yourself first. So that's all I got to say about it, man. I'm going to leave y'all alone. Leave y'all alone. Getting off here. Yeah, that's about it, man. I hope y'all have a good day. Try to be your best. Be great. Single, relationship, whatever. And if you are in a relationship, I forgot. If you are in a relationship, this shit applies to you. It's no different. This is where people fuck up at. You know what I mean? They try to make it seem like before you're married, the relationship was different than once you're married. No, it's the same. You gotta keep doing the same shit that made you want to marry the person. You can't flip it now. Nothing changed, but you just got married. Still gotta work, still gotta do the same shit y'all did. Right? Same thing whether you single in a relationship. You know what I mean? You still gotta keep self-improving as a person. You can't be just doing this until you get a relationship or to get a relationship. Then once I got it and I'm gonna fall off, then I ain't gonna do none of this. I see it happen with men all the time. They go hard, they work extra and all this shit. Get a girlfriend, they start falling off, and then that girlfriend is gonna stop not liking you because shit you was doing that made her attractive in the first place, you stopped doing. I get it, you want to make time for the girl and all that, but that's not the point I'm saying when I say these things. So people in relationships right now got to understand you're really no different than a single person. You still gotta move accordingly. You can't just say, well, I'm different because I'm not single, so therefore I'm just going to relax and just roll till the wheels fall off. Nothing's going to happen. Nah, you still got to do the same things you was doing to get a relationship when you were single. That same shit, that same, trying to self-improve and all these other things that made somebody want to be with you. You still got to do that shit, man. And you still got to love yourself and care about yourself. And yeah, that's about it, man. You should celebrate being single. Not because you're single, but celebrate life. Don't be sitting back sad and all this shit, because there's no guarantee somebody gonna love y'all, man, or keep loving you. Ain't no guarantees. Y'all should know this by now. I know what it feels like post-relationship when you don't care about, well, I still cared about myself, but I didn't discover self-love yet like that. I did love myself, but not like I discovered it once I was single for like 6 years. So I know the post-relationship then versus now. Yeah, it still hurts. Like, when I say it still hurts, when you break up with somebody, it still bothers you, right? But you don't got to go get with somebody to try to cover that up and all that shit. And that leads back to the same shit again. A lot of people do this. They go get with somebody else because they can't handle it, and then eventually they're gonna break up with that person because they never took time to learn who could be possibly the right person for them. They never took time to become the right person for somebody. A lot of bullshit. What's the point of having a relationship if it ain't gonna work? I'd rather not have one at all. I'd rather celebrate being single than to be in a relationship, fronting, celebrating, knowing damn well this girl or this guy is fucking around on each other. Nah, I'm cool. I've been there and done all that. Fronting for the cameras or Facebook or whatever. Nah, fuck that. I like real shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of here.